You want to start?
Mm-hmm. Because I swore this was Paul.
Sound like a trap kitchen special.
What was not okay? Sure, it's just gross. She's gross. She's too grown for her own. For her own.
I have no choice now.
No, Ty did not teach you that.
You know, I had to go a little. They're gonna be like, "What's wrong with her?"
What's wrong with her? Okay, so we only got 2 packs today, but we're gonna make this work. I am going to probably do invisible part up here to an extent. We're gonna make it work, y'all. So I'm not gonna put them very close together in the back because I need to make sure that I have enough for the entire head. So this is a 14-inch, I believe. We're gonna be doing short on one side, graduated bob to the other side, okay? So you need the length of this when you get down into the graduated section in the front right there. So don't try to buy a 10-inch or a 12-inch. Make sure that you buy a 14 to make sure that you have enough length to cover that graduated part of the bob, okay?
I got a little head. It's gonna work out.
She think it's little. So me, what I always do is I always, in the beginning, I always go through my weft. Some people don't, but I like to make sure that this weft and this string is going to stay together against my client's head. Move. I don't want that track to come popping out. If she get combing through it, I don't want the end of that track to come popping out at all. I want it to stay tacked down to my client's head, okay? When using the net, your braids don't have to be very little because the net is going to take up from any kind of spaces that you have in between where you need to be sewing. So if you need to sew in between a braid, you can do that because you have the net right here reinforcing, okay? So start at the nape like I do. I wish I had. What I need to do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make sure I go ahead and invest in a light. So when I'm doing forward-facing videos, I don't own the rights to that music.
Are you on live on Facebook?
No, I'm not on live. This is YouTube. I'm making a video. So when you first put your first few stitches in right here, you want to make sure that you secure this weft down. So you're gonna go underneath, and you have your thread here. You have your thread here. You're gonna take your thread and wrap it around that needle 2 to 3 times. That's going to give it a nice secure knot when you pull your needle through, okay? That's also going to secure it. So in case she's one of those heavy-handed girls that like to just comb through it like it's hers, it won't, if the thread snaps in a particular place, the entire track won't just come undone, okay? So you want to make sure that you go through securing that in between certain parts of tracks wherever you feel. Well, any urban beauty supply store, or you can order it online. So I'll leave this section out right here because that's where I'm going to lay my tracks for my invisible part, and also the handmade closure. Okay, it's gonna go right there. Here in the front, she wants the hair to hang in the front so she can have a little bit of a bang, even though it's going to be a graduated bob. We want to have a little bit of a bang so she can do maybe a little feather in the front, little feather bang or something. So you want to lay these tracks going toward the front of the head. Now I could, if I were to lay them horizontally, if I were to lay them horizontally this way, then the hair would flow all to one side. Some people really like that, and some people not so much. But she wants a bang, so we want to make sure that these tracks go forward, facing forward, so we're going to lay them vertically. Well, it looks horizontally from where I'm facing, but based off of the way I've been laying the tracks, they are vertical, okay? So we're going to lay it here. I'm going to lay one in between. I'm going to put one on the braid. I'm going to put one in between the braid. I'm going to put one on the braid. I'm going to put one in between. All the way till I get to the back here. Okay? And then I'll show you how that look once I get done laying them tracks. So y'all just stay tuned. I think I'm going to go ahead and just show you how I put
The first.
the fur. Actually, I'm just going to use this one I already got. So when you're laying your tracks here, you don't want for your knot to be at the front. You don't want for your knot where you started to be at the front right here. So you should start laying your track with your thread in the center of the braid, right in the middle of the braid right here. So once you come under that weft right there, you're going to take this little needle and you're going to go into the end loop of this thread. See that? You're going to go into the end loop. That's also going to secure it without you having to go through the weft. So now it's just sitting right here in the middle. This end is open and this end is open. But this is where you're going to want your knot to be. You don't want your knot to be in the front. You don't want that. You don't want it there. It won't look so great. So you begin to sew coming in toward the part. Coming all the way in toward the part. Right here, when I get toward the part right here, and I'm on my last little stitch in the front, I go through the weft. And then under my client's braid and through the thread. That's going to secure it because I will be cutting here. These front ones right here, I will be cutting. I'm not going to be overlapping because I want it to lay flat and seamlessly. So I go through the weft right here in the front, under the braid, and through the thread. And then I'm going to do it. Then I'm going to go under the weft and the braid all together. I'm not going to go through it. And then I'm going to circle around my needle 2 or 3 times, pull it through just to secure it. That knot is so tiny, it's so seamless, but it's secure. Then I'm going to go back out toward the edge, the outer edge of the weft. Okay, you see how I'm going out toward the edge. Again, once I get here to the edge, I'm going to go through my weft, under my braid, circle around my needle, pull it through for securement. Then I'm going, and this is where I'm going to secure and finish it off. Around the needle again, pull it through. Now, I have a little bit of thread. I could continue to, well, no, I'm not. I'm just going to cut that needle off. Now you have 2 pieces of thread. You want to open up those 2 pieces of thread and pull it apart just to tighten that knot that you already made. Then you're going to go ahead and make a couple more knots, almost like you tying a regular knot or tying your shoes. Do like 2 or 3 of those knots. You're going to make sure that that's secure. Cut it right on off. If you have like a little lapping little piece right here, go on ahead and cut that off. Seamless. Okay. Seamless. All right. I'm going to cut this little track real quick. Don't cut super freaking close to your thread and your knot. It's not necessary. That's when you mess around and run the risk of almost cutting your thread, and that's what you don't want. Now, you see? This is giving her a nice little swoop if she wants a nice little swoop, but it's laying very flat, extremely flat. So that's what you want, and you continue to lay your tracks. Now the next track that I'm going to lay down is going to be in the middle. I'm going to be sewing it onto this net, which is why I use a net, so I can sew in between any braids. All right, that's where I'm going to lay that next one all the way until I get to the back. So when I get done doing that, I'll come back and show you what we got and call it a day. Everybody want to get on the effing frequency, on the pharmaceutical frequency. That shit ain't for everybody. Okay. So
nice. No, I don't want to be expensive.
Shut up, girl. I'm gonna put this 30-second hair bond. Let me see if it's open.
I don't want to be your experiment.
Shut up. Come on. Normally you would do these pieces. Alright, you see that? There you go. You just roll it up. You put glue on the edges and roll it up. This is going to make you a closure. Alright. You see that? Invisible part. Okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a little bit of this spritz on that side because I already put some on the other side. And I'm going to hold your head over to the side a little bit. And I'm just going to spray right there in that part. It's going to seep under. And it's going to add some extra hold to it. Right? Now right here in this top part right here, I did a few tracks down up inside of there. But right here in this little section right here is exactly where I'm going to lay that little closure piece. I'm going to show you how I flatten it out. this is when you're, well, probably should have went back through and put them other pieces, but I'll do that after I put this little piece in here. Now see, this invisible part right here covered the tracks that I laid right there, so you can't see no actual track. It just all looks like hair. So again, this was 2 packs. I'm gonna show you how Gucci I am, because it wasn't even a whole 2 packs. So I still got all this left. So I'm gonna go back into the back where I have those spaces, and I'm going to tack those extra ones in those open spaces to fill it in. So don't waste that much hair.
Don't waste that much hair. It don't take that much hair.